Which reminds me, I need to search for the rule. So I can tell them to go kill, or to just, well, explode opponents. And stuff I can do, which is actually really bloody useful. Bonk! Devouring Aura is actually a very useful thing to have. As well as the Bone Pillars. Those you don't get right off the bat. But if you're looking for a strong attack force or a strong opponent, you can always come to me and I'll help you with finding your character, your creation. Feel free to look me up. I am Sans33245. I really enjoy playing games like Diablo. That's what you'll normally find me on. Sadly, I do not have PlayStation Plus yet, but you can hit me up and I will give you tips on what I know for each character. Paladin, the dude who has the monk style paladin. Yeah, as soon as I'm able to, I'll start playing as him and you'll be able to see what I can do. My character's got an effect known as Blood Boon. Every time I heal, it creates a concussive blast that knocks away opponents, heals me, and deals damage to their shields.
This world can abide you no longer.
I enjoy using the Sonic Arrows. They're very useful. The Sonic Bone Spheres is this thing you'll get later in the game, but it is very useful for taking out lower level opponents. For each opponent it goes through, it adds damage to it for each and every opponent it goes to. Very useful if you're trying to get rid of a lot of opponents at once. Auras of Consumption. Now that's something badass. That's one of my favorite moves right now. It's a horde control type of thing. So if you have a whole bunch of enemies around you and you want them to back off, it's a great idea. By the way, this is a Necromancer playthrough currently. Like I said, great idea to get them to back off. You want them to go away from you. It's a great idea to have them. Great idea to have. Now, I'm going to be doing my thing here. Go to my skills. Where is it? I'm going to be adding a golem. So, where are you? That I can change. These are what I have for golems. You got a decay golem. Decay golems, what they do is they'll consume corpses and vomit them back out later. They'll allow it to deal damage based on the amount of corpses consumed. The golem consumes corpses at a targeted location, increasing its damage for each corpse consumed. Bone golem. Bone golem becomes a tornado of bone, carrying all nearby enemies to the targeted location, stuns them, and deals an area damage. Ice Golem. Command. The Ice Golem will launch a Icy Blast at the target location, freezing enemies and increasing their chance to be critically struck. And finally, the Starter Golem, the Flesh Golem. It will collapse into a very large pile of usable corpses wherever you tell it to. That's for this Golem. I prefer to use the Bone Golem because the Decay Golem doesn't really work for me, but if you guys want to try it, you can feel free to customize. I'm going with mainly a defensive type. This is an attack-defense type. That will give me defense, and that'll give me attack. By the by, very useful skill to have is this with... Where is it? Death Valley. That's a very useful skill to have if you're taking on a lot of opponents and you're in the center. You could trigger this ability to draw all opponents into the center. Anyway, draws all opponents into the very center of the ring, damaging them over time. I have almost everything unlocked. What I just prefer is to use one of these. Kill Command is the one I currently have equipped. Each one of these connotes a different type of effect and a different area. These are useful ones to have if you're playing as Necromancer. Scythe is always a good choice. don't use other runes for the Grim Scythe. Execution's a real good one, but I would not suggest the Frost Scythe, the Cursed Scythe, or the Dual Scythes. Those do nothing for you. If you're able to, save up and try to get to level 55 to summon a Blood Scythe. It'll damage nearby enemies and heal you for the damage you deal. Very useful. I currently have equipped at Execution. But anyway. Blighted Marrow. That's one I would like you guys to try and find. Speed for each enemy hit, and Shatter literally causes it to detonate mid-air, sending bones in every direction. Not even joking. Literally every couple seconds it detonates as soon as you launch it, and it sends it flying out everywhere whenever it detonates. They're not kidding whenever they say it explodes. It explodes alright. One of the best things that you can do, life support isn't really good. What I suggest is getting the skeleton archers if you're going for the skeletal army set. Each one of the skeletons that you command, real quick, take a look at this. Bone Golem. Skeletal army being spawned. And you can literally summon as many archers as you need. The more you hit, the more it kills. Woo. 51. Purity of Essence. Essence gained is increased while you are at full. Bruh. Really? Yeah, nah. Nah, bruh. Ooh, Blood Golem. That's a good one. The Blood Golem will actually sacrifice itself depending on what you need. Do you see how powerful this army is? We can overcome runes like this in mere seconds, where it would normally take people hours to do. Now, for my Golem... Oof, I can't do it while it's on cooldown. So I have to wait for that to cool down before I can equip this and show you guys. You've seen what the Bone Golem can do because I summoned him just a few moments ago and told him to attack those Grotesque. Grotesque are really annoying, by the way. Anyway, this is a Blood Golem. Blood Golems are completely... That's for if you're in a pickle. If you're in a pickle, it will sacrifice itself for you. That's great against boss fights. Especially the Diablo boss fight. That was a pain in my butt. Not even gonna lie. That was a pain in my bahookie. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, well, how do I get some of the gear you have? That takes a while, my friend. Some of these items that I have on are transmogged, which includes my scythe. I wanted to go for something holy so that it would look nice. This is what I ended up with. And I went with the Mercy Wings mainly because they look just like the Angel Wings that you'll encounter at the end of Act 1. This is a complete playthrough of Act 1. This is at Reign of the Black King. Now, I played a little bit of this. It's fun. It's really enjoyable. Diablo 4 may be coming out soon. I don't know. But if it is, I want to be one of the first people to get it. You can even spawn the Blood Golem inside of opponents, causing them to not only kill opponents and heal you, but you can spawn it inside of bosses to temporarily take control of said boss, allowing you to spawn in extra opponents and enemies for you to consume. Now, Aura of Consumption is very useful. I need to look for the Royal Crypts, which is going to be a pain in my bahookie. Jeez, what happened here? Oh yeah, that's right. I kinda went yeet to all the skeletons that were crowding around me. Kinda just went yeet. I did it. Earlier. Wait. Anyway, Unburied are very tough to beat, just so you guys know. If you're just starting out this game, whenever you come across the Unburied, they will be tough to beat, and they won't be very easy to dispatch, at least not by yourself. If you're playing offline multiplayer, it's great to have a demon hunter with a necromancer. Those two work great together due to the fact that they can both consume corpses. The demon hunter can consume corpses in order to get discipline and hatred via feeding off of the hatred that the corpses had. The more your golem consumes, if you spawn it near a bunch of opponents, it will consume them and siphon blood from them, making it a darker version of red. That thing is gnarly, not gonna lie. That's disgusting. Ugh. Anyway. This is a fun game if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're signing up for, it's actually a fun game to play. I can't really be hurt, so the blood golem has no real use to me. I've already fought like 5 different sins of hell and completed it. No problem. I don't really get hurt easily, and even if I do, I can just regen. Not even joking about that though. I could just literally regenerate any HP I lose. Right now mostly I'm trying to gain up cash and gold. Now I know a lot of you are wondering, well, why are you planning on doing this? Well, if you do stuff like that, he'll respawn anyway. And it will count as you respawning him. Anyway, this is a real fun game to start out with. Each character has its own unique areas, so it's not always the same. This is just for the Revenant, by the by. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I know these videos are sometimes short. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I want to make longer videos, but this is already going on 20 minutes. It's just a short thing. I will be playing a lot more. I will be playing this a lot more before I stop the recording. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get this set up and done. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye-bye.
Essence. I cannot do that. Ah, an interesting opponent.
cannot do that.